What is an ALTA survey? And if you're a real estate investor, do you need one? We're going to talk about that in today's video. And an ALTA survey is a term that you might hear as you're investing in commercial real estate. It is specific to commercial, as residential will typically not need one. But an ALTA survey can be required in some states throughout the U.S. It's not required in the state of Pennsylvania, but can certainly be a good idea for some of the benefits that it provides. So first, what it is. An ALTA survey is essentially a platted parcel map of the property in consideration that shows the physical structures on the property, the survey boundary lines, and then different conditions affecting the property, like where the utilities are, if there's any easements going across the property, if there's any encroachments where the neighbor might be coming onto the property, and other conditions that could affect the value and interest in the property. Some of the additional things that can be on an ALTA survey are things like right-of-ways, flood zone, zoning information. So there's a lot of detailed information that can be very helpful on that ALTA survey. So the reason that it is required in some states is that some title insurance companies, in order to issue title insurance, will mandate that there is an ALTA survey to make sure that any conditions that could affect the legal interest of the property are well covered. Some mortgage insurance companies will also require it for the same reason, to make sure that there's no title conditions that are going to affect the mortgage company's interest in the property as well. So that's a couple of reasons why other companies that you're working with may require it, but you as an investor is smart to receive one, and especially to review it if you have access to one, for the information it contains. So the couple of benefits to having one is the fact that it is a universal standard. So if you have an ALTA survey in multiple states, it's going to look the same and have similar information because it operates out of a uniform standard. So it's a great way, if you're buying, especially in multiple states, to keep organized and make sure you're covering your legal interest in the property. The second reason is that it can show easements to the property that you might not know about. So even if you have a title insurance policy, oftentimes those will stay subject to the conditions otherwise recorded on record, and maybe don't provide you with those conditions, or might name an easement, but you can't physically see where it is on the property because all it is a line of text on the title commitment. So the ability to see where those easements are on the property site map is a great benefit, and that way you're knowledgeable about the conditions on your property. The third reason is that if you have some of the extra conditions that a ALTA survey provides, like zoning, the flood map, where the utilities are located on the property, it can eliminate any surprises and also help you prepare if you're planning to do improvements, renovations, that sort of thing, to know the site conditions on the property. And especially number 4, if there are any exceptions like easements or anything that's going to affect your legal interest on the property, you get to know about those and you can deal with them up front before you buy the property, so that it doesn't become a problem after you buy the property or when you go to sell it to the next owner. So those are some consistent ways that an ALTA survey can bring you value as an investor. So if this video has brought you some value, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you're looking for investment properties in Pennsylvania or Maryland, please reach out to us. We're happy to help.